Hi everybody. I have been sharing videos for a while. I've been targeted for about 4 years now. I decided I was just gonna go ahead and share a testimony since some targeted individuals share their testimony. I kind of really didn't, and I just started documenting right away and trying to help other people document. All right. Let's see. I'll start off by saying that I have always had an anxiety disorder. After my mother passed away in 2013, I went to a doctor to get some help. I ended up eventually seeing a psychiatrist for about 1.5 years before my targeting became overt. In about early December of 2016, my targeting became overt, and of course it starts off where people are saying weird things to you, people are acting kind of funny, and they're commenting things about you that nobody should know. In my case, there was a specific rumor that was spread out, and it's one of the worst things that you could possibly say when it had something to do with drugs. I'm not involved in that kind of stuff, and so for me, I didn't believe any of it, because I was there's no evidence for it because it's not true. But that was one of the first things that I heard people saying whenever my targeting went overt. Okay, so after it went overt, my generalized anxiety disorder, that's what it was called, it turned into a full-blown agoraphobia. Right now, the people are hitting me with really bad anxiety because I'm trying to talk. Let's see. Oh, okay. I locked myself, I was freaking out in the very, very beginning because, there's all these people following you, you're finding out the kind of rumors that they're spreading about you, and you're thinking that everybody's believing it, and I'm assuming a lot of them did. So I locked myself in my house for about 5 months straight, and I didn't leave. I only came out of my room to, take a bath and stuff. I had barely turned 24. What I've come to realize is that the rumors that were spread about me, none of it was true. It was all a setup, and I think they involved the people that supposedly spread the rumors. I don't think those people were a part of it, because after I learned how to record my V2K, I found an old YouTube video of a family member, which was about April of 2015. And in the video, audio file, they were talking about vilifying me because they didn't know what else to do. So what it seems to sound like is that they were trying to coerce me into going to see a doctor and getting these fake diagnoses or something similar to that. I'm not really sure. And because I didn't acknowledge it like they wanted me to, they turned it into a big rumor campaign. So in the V2K, he wanted to vilify me, this man, and then he was speaking to somebody and asking them to tell the community to start spreading rumors or try to get them to follow me. So I want to tell every target that whatever reason they made you think you're targeted, it's not true. You've been targeted way before you ever realized what was going on. So after I found that, it reminded me of a time in 2013 when I had 2 nightmares, I think back to back, one day and then the next day another one. And whenever I had these dreams, it was this white guy that was talking to me, and he was talking about how he was gonna, I guess, if you have V2K, they modulate your dreams. And in this, looking back, I think that was what that was. They modulated my dreams, or they were talking to me in my dreams, you know, sleep hypnosis. Okay, so I've established that they pretty much had already been watching me since I was like 20 years old. And actually probably longer than that, but I don't have any video files that I can go back and look at. Okay, so I locked myself in my house for about 5 months. I didn't leave. At the time, I wasn't hearing voices, but I was being followed by people. So after those 5 months, I was forced to kind of go out and get a job. I worked, and I was being harassed so bad. It was horrible. And then in November of 2017, around my birthday, they full on gave me the V2K. So like I heard like this mechanical sound in my right ear, and then all of a sudden I just heard people like nonstop, just like full on talking to me. Before I thought I was hearing whispers and stuff of like, it sounded like a girl that was just like commenting on everything that I was doing or whatever she thought I was doing. So I'm getting followed first, and then about a year later, I'm hearing voices and being followed. So I managed to work, and then about October of, I think, 2018, I couldn't handle it anymore. Everybody was targeting me, and I was trying to not have panic attacks and, like, you know, like, fight people, because it's like a dog being backed into a corner. Like, eventually you're gonna, like, snap on somebody, and I kind of did that on one of them. They had said something, and then I made a comment back, and then she got up like she was, you know, gonna do something or whatever. I was ready by then, but, like, that's besides the point. So I went and I got a job for a overnight security place, and the guy who hired me was a retired police officer. I don't think he had anything to do with the targeting at all. I worked there for about 3 months, and then I got fired because I was told that people were complaining in the neighborhood about me. So I lost my job. And then right after that, I applied for about 12 more jobs. I had 3 interviews and nobody called me back. One of them told me that my name wasn't even on the list of the job that I applied to. So I was essentially blacklisted. Okay, after that, I've been homebound since then. That's whenever they kind of started hitting me harder with everything. They've given me the artificial anxiety, which kind of exaggerates my already existing symptoms. So it's super hard to breathe, and you know, if you have anxiety from this targeting, you already have labored breathing, you can't think, you can't speak, you're having heart palpitations, you're trembling, you're having hot flashes, you're hypervigilant, you're dizzy, and you really don't even want to leave. You don't want to go anywhere, you don't want to talk to anybody because you can't trust anybody, and like, I don't know. Everybody knows. At least 90% of the people that are surrounding you know, but they don't tell you. They won't acknowledge it because I guess they're told to be quiet. So those are the agoraphobia symptoms, obviously. So, like, the directed energy weapons also are causing the voices, the tinnitus, and they talk about what you're doing, or they talk about what I'm doing. They're attacking every single thought. It feels like they're putting visuals in my mind sometimes. There's repeated degradation. They're speaking other languages sometimes. They also like to modulate their voices to try to sound like people that you know. I kind of figured that out a little bit. Because they started hitting my cousins with the voices, and they make them think that it's their parents or their brothers and sisters. And they do that with me also. So I just have to, like, ignore it. There's this repeated loop that goes in my left ear. And it sounds like somebody's blowing a fire, like a flame. And, like, it makes that weird pressure noise. I have that in my left ear. The voices can be projected from speakers. There was one time I wore headphones to sleep, and I woke up and I heard this white man in the headphone that I was listening to, and I took out the headphone and, like, the voice, kind of faded out. So I knew for sure it was coming from the headphone speaker. And then there was another time I woke up and I heard what sounded like breathing along with masturbate, like, followed by the heavy breathing. And it was in my phone speaker, and my phone wasn't playing anything. And they let that project itself for about, like, 5 minutes, I guess, before somebody came and turned it off. So I'm assuming that's their hypnosis stuff that they like to use on me. Oh, okay. I had to write down some stuff. It's, like, really hard for me to talk and think straight. Along with the voices, I'm hearing doors slamming, I'm hearing barking. Everybody hears the barking. That's the energy weapon. You hear buzzing, you'll hear crackling, I hear kids screaming, I hear texting, notifications, pings, names of people I don't know. And if you're as aware as I am, they're using their phones. They're using their phones to talk to you and to watch you. So that explains why I'm hearing people texting each other and stuff while they're talking to me. My sleep has been broken because of the voices. I'm really paranoid about going to sleep now because they like to interrogate me in my sleep. They like to psychic drive me in my sleep. They like to force different dream scenarios in my sleep to get the outcome that they want. I've had really, really bad nightmares and sleep paralysis or sleep hypnagogia. It's something like that. It's where, like, it's kind of like astral projecting, but it's, like, really terrifying. It's like you're in your dream, and in the dream you're in your room where you're sleeping, but, like, you'll see, like, this shadow guy, like, standing there watching you and stuff. So it's like a blur between being awake and being asleep. I've had forced sleep. They do it to me almost every day now. They'll do it up to 3-4 times a day. And I think that's because the handlers that are watching me are lazy and they want to do their own thing. So it's better if I'm asleep so they don't have to sit there and pay attention to me. And I've had sleep paralysis. I've sleep deprivation, obviously. I've actually caught them hit me with the sleep paralysis. One night I was going to bed and I was still awake, and, like, I felt the energy weapon pulse at my head. And then, like, I felt my body immediately, like, drop into, like, this paralysis. But, like, I was able to fight it back because I was still kind of conscious about it. Because I wasn't all the way asleep. Visually, I'm seeing flashes of light. I've seen shadows out of the corner of my eye. They look kind of like little dots, like little black dots. I don't want to say people because I'm not really sure what I was seeing besides that. And of course we're all being followed and we're all being monitored, and people are saying things to us. And people are commenting on things that they should have no idea about. They've given me migraines. I already said that they've given me forced sleep. They've forced my bowels. So what they do is they'll hit me with the energy weapon and it'll, like, it'll feel like my colon is swelling. And then like they usually hit me with that in the morning time because they want me to get up and like go use the bathroom or whatever. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it's more like to get me out of bed. My brain feels like it's on fire. It feels swollen. I'm getting shocked everywhere. In my eyes, in my groin, my chest, my butt, my head, my ears. Anywhere that's sensitive, also, they love to hit. I have ear popping. And I think that's from the frequencies. Like if you learn how to record your frequencies, there will be like certain really, really loud noises that sound like maybe a truck driving down the street or something. And I think that's what causes the ear popping. They like to hit my nerves, particularly the nerves that affect your teeth and cause teeth pain. They like to hit me with that. And I've got the crawling sensations from like what feels like electricity jolting through your body. I'm having muscle spasms. And lately, with the muscle spasms, they've been raping me. They've raped me for about a week and a half straight already. And they're really getting off on it. These people are disgusting. And of course, you're followed by, like, you'll have depression because you have anxiety. Like, who wouldn't be depressed in this situation, honestly? So, like, I have brain fog, lethargy, short-term memory. I have concentration issues. I'm having a lot more pain in my body than I did before. Yeah, I just want to say again that, like, there's really, really nothing that you've done. You've probably been targeted your whole life. Looking back, I remember when I was 9 years old and we were at a lake, and this man he said something weird. And I was like, how could he see anything that I was doing from the side of the lake that I was at? I remember turning to look because I didn't really know where it was coming from, and I saw this man trying to look back at me. So I think I've been monitored since I was 9 years old, maybe longer. And I have a feeling that my mother might have been monitored also, because she told me a story one time when she was about maybe 16, 17, 18. How she was in an apartment waiting for her husband back then to come home. She thought he had came while she was in the bathroom. And when she got out of the bathroom to go and see where he was, all of the doors were locked and nobody was there. But she said it sounded just like him. And that's really the only kind of story that I can remember from my mother. And looking back, I really think that she might have been targeted. Not to the degree that we are, because I think they like to hide it with certain people and make them hurt themselves and, mess up on their own. Another thing, people don't really want to believe me, but I believe that most of these schizophrenic people, if not all, are actually targeted individuals, and they fall in for the medical delusion. They believed what was told to them, and now they're living their whole life, questioning what's going on with them, and then at the same time trying to justify it as a delusion, and it's not. They're targeted. And if any of you can tell these people that they're targeted in a way that doesn't really, make us sound insane, it'd be great if you could try to help me do that. Anyways, I hope everybody's okay, and please document, because if we ever get help, you're gonna need it to prove what's happened to you. Okay, bye.